This is your first battle. Before you click continue, please take a moment to review your character and inventory and equip any unequipped items or actions you have. While you can't save in combat, you can save right now. This will allow you to retain your progress if the worst comes to pass.
Yes, this is ready for Eric's first battle. As we can see, as we go in inventory, he's got his dagger. He's also equipped. He's got his trousers, which gives him a resistor slow, earth resistance +1. Got his armor +1. And that's all that we got at this time. So we will go back and we will go to battle. Okay, let's see. No tutorial for the battle. Okay, this is not looking good. I got wood. 8, 8. Okay, I go ahead and go to the plains. Delay. Okay, I don't want to do that. Space. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, wait a minute, Lynn. Okay, how about question? No, that's not it. Hey, I guess delay. My turn. Okay, I'll wait. I'll action. Okay, you're fortified. What do we have? Pounce. 0 EP, range 4. One, two, three. Pounce. Nothing. Okay, wait for you. My turn. Move action 2. And we're going to wait. We'll just back up, let them come down, and then we'll just, oh, just turn. Fight. Move. And fight. Fight is 6. My turn. Move. Start. Range is 2. And we have used the dart. No, he's poisoned. Oh, he's decrepit. Increase by 4 to do that. Action. No, we're gonna move. We bite you. Down to 5. No, bleed out's not going to do anything. What I'm gonna do this is the practical thing. We will quick step. No, it's not in range. Nope. Wait a minute. It won't let me go any further. I'm gonna have to stop. In my turn. Down to 6. Down to 4. You're raged. You. And what I'm gonna have to do for you, bleed out. Those 3 to the target. You're 6. It's not gonna matter. I'll just go ahead and hit you. Down to 3. And I'm done. Oh, forget this. Let's just pounce. 4. Yeah, we could just. Okay, we're gonna stop. Seven. No. And for that, let me bleed out. Oh, we're just gonna attack. Okay, what we have looks like that we have one, and we have post-combat exploration. You're free to explore the battlefield at your leisure. Depart when you're ready. That's quick loot. Need a lumberjack axe or hacksaw to gather wood. How about Lynn? Can you? I will leave combat.
In the aftermath of the harrowing battle, amidst the fallen forms of your ghastly foes, something small and glinting in the soft dawn light draws your attention. It's a ring, seemingly inconspicuous amidst the chaos, yet it holds an allure that beckons you closer. Crafted from what appears to be fine silver, the ring is not merely a trinket. The delicate filigree work speaks volumes about the skilled artisan who crafted it. Its intricate design offers a beautiful contrast to the grim surroundings of your current predicament. Upon closer inspection, you notice an inscription, elegantly etched into the silver. The words read, "May our paths always cross."
Perception. That's a good question. Did she wear the ring?
Your mind travels back, sifting through your memories of Enathel. You recall her graceful movements, the way her hands moved as she spoke, and there it is, a flash of silver upon her finger. This ring, now in your possession, was indeed hers. May our paths always cross.
All right, let's look at my choices. Lynn, I wonder if you know what happened to Ethel in the camp. You asked gently, looking into her intelligent eyes. You've been here longer than I have. If only you could share your story. How about three? That was a close call, girl, you comment, giving Lynn a grateful look. Your bravery saved us back there. I can't help but wonder what Ethel would say if she saw how fiercely you thought. Okay, out of the two, Paula will go with three. Three is the more realistic one. And you do not even respond.
Lynn meets your gaze, her intelligent eyes holding a depth of understanding beyond that of an ordinary wolf. Suddenly, her demeanor changes to one of agitation. She starts to back away, her movements unsteady. As you watch, confused, Lynn begins to transform. It starts subtly, her form shuddering as if waves of unseen energy ripple through her. Her fur recedes, revealing skin, and her limbs contort into a human form. Now a young woman with light brown hair, she lies sprawled on the ground, disoriented. Her eyes flutter open with confusion and fear. "Where am I?" she murmurs weakly, panic tinting her voice. She tries to make sense of her surroundings, her expression one of utter bewilderment. She appears profoundly lost and disoriented, as if her human consciousness is struggling to grasp her new reality. Her hands tremble as they touch the ground, as though feeling the earth beneath her for the first time. Before you can offer comfort or assistance, her eyes roll back, and she faints, collapsing into unconsciousness. The suddenness of her transformation and subsequent collapse suggest that this shift from wolf to human was unexpected and perhaps involuntary.
Yes, I will rush over and check her pulse and breathing.
When you press your fingers against her neck, you feel a strong pulse. You exhale, relieved that she seems to be all right. You wonder how long it will take her to recover from whatever happened to her.
Let's look at my two options. I think the best thing to do now is to wait for her to awaken. She might be able to answer some of the many questions I have. Who is she? How she ended here? And how her connection to an ethanol. I need to know. Or B, can I really afford to get involved in this? What if she transforms again and attacks me? The situation is unpredictable, and I have to think about my own safety. Maybe it's best to distance myself from this and focus on my mission. Oh, I think I'll stay. I mean, she did help me attack against the 3-on-2, so I should be at least be grateful. So I, for right now, go with number one.
As you decide to wait for Lynn to regain consciousness, you keep a watchful eye on her, ensuring her safety. After several tense minutes, she begins to stir. Her eyelids flutter open, revealing eyes filled with confusion and disorientation. The woman stirs, moaning softly. Her eyes flutter open and focus on you. What happened? She asks, her voice hoarse with confusion and pain. Attempting to sit up, she looks around, trying to orient herself. You notice the fear and uncertainty in her eyes. The experience has clearly shaken her.
All right, out of the three, see, out of the choices, I'm going with the Americ. We just fought a group of undead together, and you suddenly transform from the wolf I know to this human I don't. Nice, simple, to the point.
Lynn listens to your explanation but struggles to comprehend. I don't understand. I'm just a normal girl, she says, her voice quivering slightly. I live in a wooden cabin to the south. It's about a day's journey to Landford. Her admission is startling. She has no memory of being a wolf or the events that occurred in that form. It seems her human consciousness is completely disconnected from her experiences as a wolf, leaving her with a gap in her memory and an identity crisis. I was just gathering herbs in the forest, and then. I don't remember, she continues, frustration and fear evident on her face. As you listen to her, you grasp the severity of the situation. Lynn, or whatever her real name might be, is adrift in a world she doesn't fully comprehend.
I guess that looking at the choices, I believe number one sounds like the best one. I can escort you to your cabin if you like. You offer observing her apparent vulnerability and confusion. You shouldn't be alone in your current state. It's dangerous out here, and you might need help finding your way back.
Lynn looks at you, a mix of relief and surprise in her eyes. You would do that for me, she asks, her voice tinged with gratitude. The fear in her eyes ebbs slightly, replaced by a glimmer of hope. She nods slowly, accepting your offer. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done out here alone, she admits, her expression reflecting her reliance on your help in this disorienting situation. Continue.
Hey, well rested. The forest, exploring Emerald Basin. The Emerald Basin, a tranquil lake nested at the foot of a cascading waterfall, is a heaven of serenity and natural beauty. Its crystalline waters mirror the sky, reflecting the vibrant fumes of the surrounding foliage. The air is crisp and clean, carrying the scent of pine and damp earth, while the gentle lapping of waves against the shore creates a soothing melody that calms the soul. Vocal contracts, walk. 2654. Let's see, where is to here? Journal. Going to her cabin. Do I see where's the location? Locations. 2654. Yeah, we'll go right down here. One, two.
As you and Lynn, now known as JOCELYN, veer off the merchant road into a clearing, the picturesque scene of her family cabin emerges. Nestled among tall, whispering trees, the cabin radiates rustic charm. Its wooden structure, aged with grace, harmonizes with the surrounding nature. Sunlight streams through the leaves, casting dappled shadows and lending the clearing an almost ethereal ambience. JOCELYN's eyes linger on its familiar contours, her voice softening with each resurfacing memory. Mum would spend hours in the kitchen, especially on chilly days. The whole place would fill with the scent of her mushroom stew, she reminisces, a distant look in her eyes. She claimed it was her secret recipe, handed down through generations. The warmth in JOCELYN's voice evokes the image of a cherished home. She turns to you, revealing a hint of vulnerability. I hope you get to try it. Mum's mushroom stew is really something. Maybe she'll cook it for dinner, she suggests, a gentle invitation in her tone.
Let's see what I have. Love to. Homemade mushroom soup seems perfect after the journey we had. Let's see, an invitation to stay over? No, I wasn't thinking of that. A secret recipe sounds more like a convenient excuse not to share something probably very ordinary. The secret behind each ingredient, the legacy carried by your family recipe. It's fascinating. Share such a tradition. It would be an honor. I would go with the sixth one. Sounds something he would say. The story behind each ingredient. The legacy carried by your family recipe. It's fascinating. To share in such a tradition, it would be an honor.
Wildflowers dot the area around the cabin, their vibrant hues stark against the earthy tones of the woods. The air carries the gentle sounds of nature, the rustling of leaves, distant chirping of birds, and the soft whisper of the wind. It's a serene, almost idyllic setting, a stark contrast to the chaos and dangers of your recent experiences. However, as you approach the cabin, a sense of unease washes over you. The idyllic scene is disturbed by something alarming, a trail of blood leading to the cabin door. The sight sends a jolt of alarm through you, and you notice JOCELYN's expression turn from nostalgic relief to horror. Something's wrong, she gasps, her voice tinged with worry. Without hesitation, she sprints towards the cabin, following the ominous trail. Concerned for her safety and driven to uncover what has transpired, you follow closely. JOCELYN reaches the cabin door and rushes inside, you're right behind her, stepping into the cabin with heightened alertness. The once cozy interior, a sanctuary of warmth and safety, now feels like the backdrop to something sinister. Your eyes quickly scan the room, absorbing every detail amid the tense atmosphere. The charming, rustic features of the cabin are now overshadowed by an overwhelming sense of dread. In a peaceful yet haunting repose, lies the body of an aged woman. Recognition hits instantly. This must be JOCELYN's mother.
Oh, the least I could do is just say, yeah, I'm so sorry, Jocelyn.
Her knees buckle, and a strangled cry escapes her lips as she stumbles forward, recognizing her mother's lifeless form. No, 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 she stutters, a mix of disbelief and anguish in her voice. Tears well in her eyes, spilling over as she collapses beside the body. Do you think I did this? She asks, her voice breaking, looking up at you through tear-streaked eyes. The pain in her question is raw, a mixture of fear, confusion, and unbearable grief. Her hands tremble above her mother, not daring to touch, as if holding on to the hope that this is just a terrible dream.
Yes, despite the emotional turmoil filling the room, you force yourself to maintain a detached analytical perspective. You scan the crime scene, noting every detail that could provide a clue.
Despite the emotional turmoil filling the room, you force yourself to maintain a detached, analytical perspective. Methodically, you scan the crime scene, noting every detail that could provide a clue. The positioning of the body, the nature of the injuries, any signs of struggle or forced entry, each observation is a piece of the puzzle. While your heart aches for JOCELYN in her grief, your mind is focused on the task at hand. Someone is responsible for this, and you need to find out who. Please tell me I didn't do this, she whispers, agony in every syllable. Her eyes, brimming with tears, search yours for reassurance. The question, rhetorical yet heavy with a need for absolution, hangs between you. She trembles, a torrent of emotions overwhelming her, guilt, fear, uncertainty. Clutching at her chest, breaths ragged, her plea is heart-wrenching, showcasing a vulnerability that contrasts sharply with her earlier strength.
The situation demands tough questions, Jocelyn, but we must consider all possibilities, even the difficult ones.
JOCELYN's face is a complex weave of confusion and grief. Your probing question, though disquieting, seems to stir a deeper introspection within her.
Are you sure you don't remember anything? You asked softly, hoping to unearth any suppressed memories. Sometimes even the most minor detail can provide a clue.
JOCELYN shuts her eyes, focusing intently as though trying to break through her mind's fog. Her brow furrows in concentration, a silent witness to her internal struggle for even a flicker of recollection. The silence stretches on, laden with tension. Eventually, she opens her eyes, frustration and despair apparent in her expression. I can't remember anything, she confesses, her voice tinged with a sense of defeat. It's all just, blank. Why can't I remember? You watch her struggle, empathizing with the chaos churning within her.
Sometimes our minds choose to forget what our hearts cannot bear to remember. The gap in your memory could be hiding a truth subconsciously you're not ready to face.
She meets your gaze, a glimmer of comprehension dawning. So, it's like a defense mechanism, she inquires, the idea slowly taking root. It seems your ability to transform is tied to your emotional state. When faced with extreme stress or danger, your body reacts to protect you. JOCELYN inhales deeply, considering this.
I wish I could do more to help you, but the trail has grown cold. You say with a note of regret. Or I will just ask her, what will you do now? You ask, meeting her gaze.
After a moment suspended in the heavy silence of the cabin, JOCELYN takes a deep, steadying breath. Her eyes, still holding traces of the turmoil within, meet yours with a newfound resolve. The vulnerability that had momentarily lowered her defenses now gives way to a quiet strength, an inner conviction that speaks volumes in the soft timbre of her voice. Thank you, she starts, her words slow, measured, for being here, for everything you've done tonight. It means more to me than I can express. A pause, as if she's gathering the courage for her next words. But I think I need to be alone now. To process all of this, to confront it in my own way.
Of course, I understand the weight of this upon you.
With that, you leave the cabin, JOCELYN a lone figure in the doorway, surrounded by the remnants of her once joyful home. Return to the world map.
Okay, I'm at the world map. I left the house, and it seems the only thing to do is to go to the town and find my friends. So, thank you for watching and enjoying yourself and the adventures. And have a nice day.